ये रिजर्वेशन वाले हैं, ये तो बस सीट खा लेते हैं, ऐसे ही आ जाते हैं, क्या ही इनको नॉलेज होता है, इंफॉर्मेशन होता है
कि रिजर्वेशन से जातिवाद बढ़ता है।
कास्ट आइडेंटिटी जब आउट हो जाता है, व्हेन पीपल सी दैट यू आर फ्रॉम अ सर्टेन रिजर्व कम्युनिटी बैकग्राउंड, द बिहेवियर चेंजेस अ लॉट. We figured out there was a Instagram group chat of 22,000 people of a certain political ideology जो group में जाके mass report करते थे. On my personal account, I got some DMs saying कि माफी मांग लो हमसे, and they wanted me to do a humiliation ritual where I'll go and say something like, oh Brahmins are like this, मेरा गलती हो गया, हम तो छोटे ऐसे लोग हैं, हमसे गलती हो गई कि हमने राजपूतों को टारगेट कर दिया या इनको टारगेट कर दिया.
ये जो जिस नेशनलिज्म की बातचीत चारों तरफ होती है, क्या उसका कैरेक्टर भी ब्राह्मणिकल है? It unsettles them because that is not a typical Dalit in their mind. How do you handle that and what kind of comments do you have?
You can be as smart as possible, as well spoken as possible, anything as possible, but the moment you know, the moment they know that you are from SC/ST background or something, that उनका face का expression change हो जाता है.
Right.
When Dr. Ambedkar was fighting for the Hindu Code Bill, ये RSS वालों ने when Dr. Ambedkar was alive, वो शव यात्रा निकाला था. They did not accept. And जितने जो दलित and आदिवासी communities के हैं, they are mostly used as foot soldiers for their business. The Hindu unity is a मोह माया. It doesn't really exist. कि वो उनको लगता है मेरा कट ऑफ तो इतना हाई है, इनके तो कम कट ऑफ में हो गया. एंड वो कहते हैं आपका तो कट ऑफ इतना लो है, 0 है, फिर भी सीट्स वेकेंट जा रहे हैं. तो आपका सवाल में ही जवाब है ना.
मेरी तो समझ ये कहती है कि इवन सोशल मीडिया में भी जो मेजर नैरेटिव है वह ब्राह्मणिकल अपने कैरेक्टर में है. डू यू बिलीव दैट देयर आर लॉट मोर सिमिलैरिटीज बिटवीन द रेसिज्म ऑफ फॉर एग्जांपल से यूएस and the casteism as prevalent in India?
Absolutely. And the way we take the Holocaust seriously, the way we take the slave trade in the West seriously, we should also take the caste system in India seriously.
नमस्ते दोस्तों, प्लीज सिट डाउन में आपका स्वागत है और हम फिर आपके सामने पेश हुए हैं कैजुअल टॉक के एक और एडिशन के साथ, एक और संस्करण के साथ. और आज हमारे साथ एक ऐसे क्रिएटर हैं जिनसे मैं बहुत अरसे से बात करना चाहता था. इनफैक्ट मैं उनसे बात करना चाहता था से ज़्यादा था मैं चाहता था कि आपकी बातचीत, हमारे दर्शकों की बातचीत उनके साथ हो, क्योंकि वे उस इन्फ्लुएंसर इंडस्ट्री के जिसके लगभग मुहाने पर मैं भी खड़ा हूँ. हाँ, एक शायद उन चंद इन्फ्लुएंसर्स में से हैं, क्रिएटर्स में से हैं जो उन विषयों पर बातचीत करते हैं जिन विषयों पर बात करने की ज़रूरत सबसे ज़्यादा है, लेकिन जिन पर सबसे कम बातचीत होती है. वे जाति पर बात करते हैं, कास्ट पर, वे बात करते हैं मार्जिनलाइज सेक्शंस पर, वे बात करते हैं वैज्ञानिक तरीके से सोचने को लेकर. बहुत बार जो अंधविश्वास, जिस किस्म का कम्युनलिज्म चारों तरफ दिखाई दे रहा है, उसके खिलाफ बातचीत करते हैं. इसलिए आप समझ सकते हैं कि ये कितनी महत्वपूर्ण बातचीत है. तो मिलिए लक्ष्य से, जिनका अपना चैनल है लक्ष्य स्पीक्स. लक्ष्य, आपका स्वागत है, प्लीज सिट डाउन में.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for having me on.
लक्ष्य, आपकी बातचीत मैं बहुत पैशनेटली आपके चैनल को फॉलो करता हूँ. मैंने बहुत गंभीरता से उसमें ऐसी बातों को देखा है जो आपकी उम्र के बच्चे बात करने से डरते हैं. तो सबसे पहले तो मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहूँगा कि आपकी यात्रा क्या है, क्योंकि जहाँ तक मैं जानता हूँ एक आप IIM से पास किया, IIM इंदौर से आपने पास किया है, और उसके बाद अधिकांश लोग कॉरपोरेट्स में जाते हैं और कॉरपोरेट की दुनिया में बहुत बार आपको अपनी पहचान छुपा जाने का मौका मिलता है, आपको सक्सेसफुल होने का मौका मिलता है. आपने क्यों ये जोखिम उठाया कि आप कैमरे के सामने आए और आपने उन मुद्दों पर बातचीत शुरू की जिन मुद्दों पर बातचीत होनी तो चाहिए लेकिन लोग करने से डरते हैं? अपने बारे में कुछ बताइए.
So, me coming from a certain caste background, before I entered into IIM Indore has this 5-year program, 3 years undergraduate and 2 year masters. I'm from that program. My dad told me कि बेटा जो भी हो सबके साथ मिलो जुलो, but never reveal कि तुम कैटेगरी से हो. And I took it very lightly. I thought क्या ही हो जाएगा, ठीक है, उनको पता चल जाएगा मैं SC हूँ या ST हूँ. What difference does it make? And never in my conversations, at least my first 2 years में, didn't come up. But I always noticed कि SC/ST को टॉपिक और रिजर्वेशन के टॉपिक को लेके there's always a lot of pushback. The noises which we hear, the amplification which happens is that ये रिजर्वेशन वाले हैं, ये तो बस सीट खा लेते हैं, ऐसे ही आ जाते हैं, क्या ही इनको नॉलेज होता है, इंफॉर्मेशन होता है. And I, coming from a reserve category background, I felt, do I not belong here? Am I not intelligent enough? And starting of the course, when I was very active with debates, public speaking. I was always taking the initiative in class, engaging with the professors. Everything was going fine. One fine day, कोई एक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से लिस्ट आया था फ्रॉम द ऑफिस, जहाँ पे सबके कैस्ट कैटेगरीज का कॉलम था. वहां पे किसी ने मेंशन उसको, दे फिगर्ड इट आउट, एंड वो स्क्रीनशॉट कुछ व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप्स में फैल गया. एंड द टॉक ऑफ द टाउन वाज दैट, ओ दैट लक्ष्य गाय इज फ्रॉम रिजर्व कैटेगरी. वो इतना स्मार्ट कैसे है, वो इतना गोरा कैसे है उसके. एंड a lot of people confronted me, oh you are from that, आप वो हो. like I'm a human, right? It's not like I'm some Mars से आया हुआ हूँ या ऐसा होता हूँ. That got me very intrigued. It's that big of a deal. And I realized the way people treated me, जैसे क्लास के डिस्कशंस हो रहे हैं, पहले भी I came with the same knowledge. After it was revealed that I am from a category, I also had the same knowledge, but people stopped taking me seriously. My points in the discussion were not taken seriously. I could clearly notice that. Starting, I started blaming myself कि ये मेरा गलती है, मेरा character flaw है कि मैं इस जात में पैदा हो गया, लोग मुझे seriously नहीं लेते हैं. But that is when I realized मेरे पहले भी लोग आए हुए हैं, डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर आए हुए हैं, फूले आए हुए हैं. Then I started reading Dr. Ambedkar's Annihilation of Caste का. I read a 4-page essay, and that spoke to me कि this is very, very real. And one of the biggest click which happened was that we were IIMs में the biggest thing is the placements.
Right.
And placements में when they were doing the placement induction program, the placement committee were talking about हमारा average LPS 30 lakhs, 35 lakhs, gender diversity is this much, female average is this much. Great. And I asked the question, very simple question. Can you give me a category wise breakdown of the packages? आप जेंडर डाइवर्सिटी का बात कर रहे हो, डाइवर्सिटी तो कास्ट में भी होता है. कैन यू गिव मी अ कैटेगरी वाइज ब्रेकडाउन? फॉर आस्किंग दैट क्वेश्चन दे थ्रेटन टू डिबार मी फ्रॉम प्लेसमेंट्स कि ऐसा सवाल कैसे पूछ दिया. तुम तो
you're talking about IIM Indore. IIM Indore ने जब आपने ये जानने की कोशिश की कि उनके यहाँ प्लेसमेंट्स में अलग अलग कैटेगरीज का क्या फॉर एग्जांपल एवरेज ऑफर है, इस बात के लिए आपको लगभग धमकाया गया कि आपने ये सवाल क्यों पूछा. ये बड़ी रोचक बात इसलिए है क्योंकि आई हैव बीन टू मेनी दिस हायर इंस्टीट्यूशंस, IITs, NITs एंड ऑल, और वहां पर जब भी जाति की बात करो, बार बार ये सवाल उठाया जाता है कि हमारा इंस्टीट्यूशन कास्ट ब्लाइंड है.
एग्जैक्टली.
वो क्या करते हैं कि हम कोशिश करते हैं कि लोगों की जाति उभर कर ना आए, जबकि मैंने एक से ज्यादा बार इस बात को कहने की कोशिश की है कि बीइंग कास्ट ब्लाइंड विल नेवर मेक यू प्रो जस्टिस. ये जेंडर पे लागू होता है, ये कास्ट पे लागू होता है, खास तौर पे कास्ट पे लागू होता है, और ये पश्चिम में रेस पर लागू होता है. जब आप अपनी पॉलिसीज को बजाय कास्ट सेंसिटिव बनाने के कास्ट ब्लाइंड बनाते हैं, तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि ये जो मार्जिनलाइज्ड हैं उनके फायदे में होगा. आमतौर पर यह है प्रिविलेज्ड के फायदे में होता है. एंड योर एक्सपीरियंस सजेस्ट द सेम.
And even when we took it up, see, I was referred to professor जो placements committee संभालते हैं and all that, and I said, sir, can't we have an SC/ST cell, or can't we have like a special committee which will help people from marginalized backgrounds जिनको placement में थोड़ा extra push मिले, ये मिले. And what answer they gave me is that if we talk about this, then caste feelings बढ़ जाएंगे, तो division और बढ़ जाएगा.
So, ये वही तर्क है जो रिजर्वेशन के लिए दिया जाता है कि रिजर्वेशन से जातिवाद बढ़ता है.
But Jatiwad predates reservation by so many thousands of years. That conversation never happened.
But then, let's take that turn. How the Lakshya becomes the Lakshya speaks, the creator. And why do you believe that ये जो caste है, जाति है, इसके बारे में बातचीत कैमरा के सामने होनी चाहिए, सोशल मीडिया पे होनी चाहिए?
So the placement experience of they were rejecting to give the category wise breakdown. And then मेरे जो सीनियर बैच थे उनमें क्या होता है, the kids who are unplaced, उन्हें बता दिया जाता है कि आप एक फॉर्म फिलअप कीजिए that you are voluntarily opting out. So the kids who are unplaced, उनको voluntary opt out form mandatory भर के they are removed from the statistic, and the statistics में they show 100% placement, this and that. And I was talking to those seniors who had to sign that voluntarily opting out form. They were from the category, and I was surprised. People like me, and even in the elite जो committees होते हैं colleges में, the debating society, this society, placement committee, there is barely any representation of SC/ST individuals वहाँ पे. And their attitude towards the caste thing, जैसे for example, some companies, they ask for your CAT percentile when you sit for the placements. And when they ask for a CAT percentile, it is basically they're asking कि आप results हो या नहीं हो. हाँ. And when we took these very genuine concerns up, they're very blind to it. There was no response from their end. Then I realized they don't face the things which we face. So they don't know हमारा perspective क्या होता है, and they are the ones who are in control, who are in everything. Then वही जो चीज वहां पे हो रहा था, I tried to magnify out and see. Then I realized जो जितने बड़े बड़े स्टार्टअप्स हैं, ये यूनिकॉर्न्स है, शार्क टैंक, द होल स्टार्टअप बिजनेस इकोसिस्टम जिसको इंडिया का नेक्स्ट ये माना जा रहा है, दैट इज ऑल अपर कास्ट डोमिनेटेड.
It is.
There is no SC/ST represent SC/ST students in IIMs, in IITs. They make up good 20-25% of the students. Yet जब स्टार्टअप्स की बात आती है, यूनिकॉर्न्स की बात आती है, इसमें हमारा रिप्रेजेंटेशन देयर इज nowhere to be seen. I tried reaching out if I could reach any SC/ST entrepreneurs. मेरे कॉलेज के
I
टाइम.
remember when I was in IIT Kanpur and they had this whole startup thing. तो उन्होंने कहा हमने ये यूनिकॉर्न बनाया है, ये है. Then I asked कि इसकी डेमोग्राफी क्या है, जरा ये बताने की कोशिश कीजिए कि इसमें किस किस कैटेगरी के हैं. Then they again fall back to the same caste blind thing. नहीं, हम लोग इंश्योर करते हैं कि कास्ट के बारे में इसमें बातचीत ना हो. एंड इससे हमेशा फायदा होता है प्रिविलेज्ड को, क्योंकि they get over representation in terms of funding, in terms of other facilities that these incubation and other centers provide. So, but then again the question, why camera?
So slowly I started realizing that the issue जो मेरे पर्सनल लाइफ तक था, it is much bigger in scale if you look at India as a whole. Not only business, in also media, in terms of actors, actresses, which हम young people aspire करते हैं उनके जैसे बनने के लिए. No one from our this in any field, be it sports, be it media, be it education, we want someone who we can look up to, जो हमारे जैसा हो, हमारे background से आया हो, who had faced that caste thing, and we lack role models. Then I thought I should talk about this because I don't see enough conversations about this happening.
But do you realize, and I'm giving a better thing here, आपने अलग अलग इंडस्ट्रीज की बात की, कॉर्पोरेट में नहीं है, स्पोर्ट्स में नहीं है, अगर बट द फैक्ट इज कि जिस रास्ते को आपने चुना, दिस सो कॉल्ड क्रिएटर इंडस्ट्री, सो कॉल्ड इन्फ्लुएंसर इंडस्ट्री, it is equally underrepresented by the certain section. So what is the point?
So I was contemplating two routes. What my parents told me that, look, be an academic, do a PhD, maybe write a thesis on that. But then when I talk to friends in academia, कितने ही लोग आए हैं who have written thesis about this, who have written books about this. But the need of the hour is to make this message reach the masses, as many people as possible, especially young people. Because I know मेरे जो experiences हैं, people from similar background in similar institutes are going through the same, but there is no outlet for them. There's no space for them to have these discussions and feel like they are represented. And I felt social media in many ways has become a kind of an egalitarian platform. Where,
Is it?
I mean, the algorithm is
I would like to counter you on that because I don't know. I mean, मैं मीडिया पढ़ा रहा हूँ और पिछले जब से कम हिंदी की दुनिया में सोशल मीडिया शुरू हुआ, हम लोगों ने ब्लॉग से शुरू किया 2003 में. So it's been 20 years. And I very honestly believe, countering you, that बाहर से egalitarian दिखाई देता है और ऐसा लगता है जिसके हाथ में माइक है वो शुरू कर सकता है. लेकिन दिस इकोसिस्टम, द एंटायर इकोसिस्टम, ये इकोसिस्टम दरअसल ठीक वैसे ही कास्ट बायसेस से भरा हुआ है जैसे स्पोर्ट्स भरा होगा, जैसे दूसरी इंडस्ट्री भरी होंगी. ऐसा अब तक की मेरी समझ कहती है. Why do you believe that this is more egalitarian than, for example, corporate?
From my point of view, I was head of marketing in a startup and I studied digital marketing inside out. I knew how the algorithm works, hook कैसे लगाते हैं. तो ये सब, I mean, privileged enough to have those skills. Then I thought, let me make the best use of that and let me get to a field where the entry barriers are the least. Okay, हाँ, in terms of,
ठीक है, ये बात सही है कि आपके पास अगर कैमरा फोन है तो आप तुरंत शुरू कर सकते.
I just hired my phone, didn't even have a tripod, लैपटॉप को ऐसे करके लगाते थे फोन को, और मेरी पटेल नगर में जहाँ यूपीएससी पढ़ता था उसी के सामने हम वीडियो बनाते थे. If you scroll and go reach my old videos, it's in that small room जहाँ पे हम ये वीडियो बनाते थे. तो and when I started making content, it was more about I want to educate people. Never cared about followers, reaction, anything. Content अच्छा बनाते हैं, let's make it in a way even the layman understands. Because I have a lot of friends who are from Jamia and JNU and all, very well-read people, very intellectual, I would say. I learned a lot from them. but the way they speak and the way they express these ideas, मुझे लगता है terminology थोड़ा high हो जाता है,
jargon
तो हाँ, तो layman थोड़े समझ नहीं पाते. I try to keep my content in a way where if someone को कोई idea नहीं है, कोई context भी नहीं है, even they can see and understand. There's intentional less use of these words. So that is how I started out, from more of a marketing perspective, as say, understanding the algorithm. And I realized this space may the lack of voice is so much that people amplified it. Because I wouldn't say the algorithm supported me or something. It's basically people who felt that nahi, ye content jo hai, it has to reach more and more people. So people started sharing it everywhere, and people in my own जो WhatsApp ग्रुप्स में जहाँ पे था, वहाँ पे लोग अपने से वीडियो को डाउनलोड करके वहाँ पे अपलोड कर रहे थे. एंड आई फेल्ट रियली गुड कि ओके, दिस इज मैटरिंग टू पीपल एंड दिस इज रीचिंग द राइट काइंड ऑफ ऑडियंस. बिकॉज दिस पर्सपेक्टिव, आई एम श्योर IIMs में, IITs में, backdoor conversations in the private spaces, a lot of conversation happens about the caste thing, our communities mein, but putting it out there is very less. And I'm thinking that I'm one of the first ones to actually, from that perspective, say it out loud. The biggest obstacle for this, coming from an IIM background, is caste identity jab out ho jata hai, when people see that you're from a certain reserved community background, the behavior changes a lot. And the
इससे आपकी एक्सेप्टेंस कम हुई?
yeah, your acceptance, the way people look at you.
अच्छा, तो आपके पास जो सर्टेन नंबर्स हैं, उस नंबर्स के लोगों को नॉर्मली इस इंडस्ट्री में एक क्रिएटर माना जाता है, इन्फ्लुएंसर माना जाता है. उनके पास कुछ ब्रांड कोलैबोरेशंस पहुंचते हैं ताकि वो सस्टेन कर सकें. उनके पास यूट्यूब से कुछ इनकम पहुंचती है जो डिपेंड करती है इस बात पर कि आपको कितनी देर तक और कितना ज़्यादा देखा गया है. देन यू ऑल्सो गेट एफिलिएट मार्केटिंग एंड यू गेट इनवाइट्स फ्रॉम दिस लैविश क्रिएटर पार्टीज एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट. मेरे साथ ऐसा हुआ. मुझे नहीं पता कि आपके साथ ऐसा हुआ या नहीं हुआ, या फिर आपको लगता है कि वहां पर भी जाति है जो जाति नहीं है.
At least from my personal perspective, when I started out my page, the people who gave me the push were pages like yours who had shared my work, amplified my work. That helped a lot. But from a mainstream corporate perspective, maybe media houses, Quint, Print, जो भी left of the aisle माने जाते हैं, Wire हो गया, Print हो गया, Quint हो गया, from there and nothing, zero. Nothing of
but then corporates reaching out to you, you're getting invites from the creators party, influencers party.
No, nothing of that sort.
Nothing of that sort.
When brands think of influencers, they look
or maybe proposals and dates.
Not really. Not really. It's a bit of a controversial kind of a thing which we talk about. So from a brand perspective,
but then there is a market of sapiosexual orientation people. You're talking smart. You're talking in good English.
You are perspective answer this, right? So if from the brand collaboration perspective, what brands tell us is this content hai bahut hate milega. Because people put this label as anti-Hindu, anti-national, anti-this, anti-that, and that backlash will get to the brand. Okay. So brands keep a very big distance. Very rarely do I get a brand collaboration.
On the personal front,
as in on
people you're getting liked by people, you're getting loved by people.
If in my IIM circle, in my own alumni group and the peer group, starting with they had a very iffy kind of a thing कि ये क्या कर रहा है? Because I was considered one of the successful ones because I was a co-founding team of a startup, and then I worked with IPAC, and I was again doing cool things, but also वो IIM के purview के अंदर, because I was a consultant, political consultant and all. Social media पे ये सब के बारे में बातें करना, and especially considering the fact that Savarna people, when they watch my videos, it does make them uncomfortable. Because they have to deal with their own personal privileges and biases. उनको अपना privilege accept करना रहता है एक तरीके से, that our community of people have been in power for so long and they have to come in terms with that privilege. So in a lot of times it makes them uncomfortable. And when a lot of my colleagues, IIM wale, they came across my videos organically on their algorithm, they had a very iffy, oh, are you sure you want to do this?
Right.
And that is when I had 50,000-60,000 followers. But once you cross a certain threshold, maybe I think 200, 300, whatever is their definition of success, then they're like, oh, you're such a big creator now, hum to tumhare dost the pehle se, hum aise waise. That kind of a thing. That shift happens.
Okay, let's now change to this hate thing. I wanted to discuss this hate thing in detail. Recently, you had this the weaponization of the copyright strikes against you. Tell us about that. What was the reason? And do you believe that these things, I mean, using copyright strikes as a weapon, it happened in the ANI case, it happened in many other cases. आपको लगता है कि कुछ तरह की voices हैं जिन voices को बंद करने के लिए कई बार the entire system conspire against them and use whatever weapons available?
So we figured out there was a Instagram group chat of 22,000 people of a certain political ideology जो group में जाके mass report करते थे. And even the copyright on YouTube, जैसे ANI का copyright हुआ था, only ANI can report it on any creator जिन्होंने ANI का content use किया हो. Falsely or not falsely, only ANI can report it. On Instagram, it's completely haywire. Anyone can report anything saying कि इसने किसी और का content use कर दिया, but third person can report.
Okay.
So they were basically reporting all my videos. And in some of my videos, I make a reaction कि this creator said this and मैं उस पे react करके बना रहा हूँ या मेरा opinion
I
दे
do
रहा हूँ.
understand.
हाँ,
We all
do it all the time. So they were reporting all of my videos saying कि ये इसका content इसने ले लिया, उसका content उसने ले लिया. So they mass reported it, and from the Meta's perspective, I don't know how they check it, but what हमने customer service में बात किया तो पता चला कि the starting of it is AI based. तो AI ने एक दो वीडियो डिटेक्ट कर लिया, but if you get more than 3 strikes in one go, they suspend your account. So that is what happened with me. And once that happened, on my personal account, I got some DMs saying कि माफी मांग लो हमसे, and they wanted me to do a humiliation ritual where I'll go and say something like, oh, Brahmins are like this, मेरा गलती हो गया, हम तो छोटे ऐसे लोग हैं, and if you make a video like that, we'll give back your account.
Okay.
That kind of a thing. And what I figured out, these were very young people, 17, 19 के age वाले हैं, who have understood the algorithm. This very young people who have played this, and they I think they do it for a power trip. कि they just want to humiliate a big creator, and then वो अपने ही friend circle में शायद cool बनेंगे. And once that video gets out, I'm sure all the people who oppose my ideology, they would use that video left and right. हाँ, आपने तो माफी मांग लिया ऐसा. So that's a way in which they not only try to silence you, but they try to humiliate you as much as possible, because that is what they wanted. They wanted me to make a video where I apologize and say कि ओ हमसे गलती हो गई कि हमने राजपूतों को टारगेट कर दिया या इनको टारगेट कर दिया. तो
दिस ह्यूमिलिएशन थिंग आपने लगातार महसूस किया होगा कि आपका जो कमेंट सेक्शन है उसमें मैंने भी महसूस किया, लेकिन मैंने देखा कि आपके यहाँ तो बहुत ज्यादा है कि आपके कमेंट सेक्शन में लगातार कास्ट बेस्ड नफरत जो है वो दिखाई देती है, रिजर्वेशन के खिलाफ नफरत दिखाई देती है. लेकिन रोचक, हाँ दोनों सेम है. लेकिन रोचक बात ये है कि ये जो फैक्टर है ये आपको राष्ट्र के खिलाफ भी दिखाने की कोशिश करते हैं. बार बार हम लोग लगातार सो कॉल्ड एंटी नेशनल वाली शब्दावली में हमें संबोधित किया जाता है. आपकी क्या समझ है ये जो जिस नेशनलिज्म की बातचीत चारों तरफ होती है, क्या उसका कैरेक्टर भी ब्राह्मणिकल है?
What I would suggest is the Hindutva nationalism जो है, and the whole concept of Hinduism is such of a social construct, because Hindu society हम देखेंगे जैसे डॉक्टर अंबेडकर हमें बताते हैं, there is nothing called one Hindu society. It's a collection of castes. इन सबको political motive Hindu एक दिखाने के लिए.
It basically is a recent identity.
Yeah.
The entire identity was the caste identity, and then the collection of these upper castes actually started calling themselves Hindu.
And the easiest method to consolidate the whole Hindu fold into one is to create a boogeyman, which sometimes they say it's a Muslim, sometimes they say it's something else, sometimes they say LGBT, sometimes
उनको इस दुश्मन चाहिए लगातार. और ये सारे के सारे दुश्मन, बड़ी रोचक बात है कि अलग अलग धाराओं में प्रोग्रेसिव बात करने वाले सारे लोग आपको दुश्मन दिखाई देंगे. जेंडर जस्टिस के लिए बात करने वाले लोग भी दुश्मन दिखाई देंगे आपको. इनफैक्ट इकोनॉमिक जस्टिस के लिए बात करने वाले, ट्राइबल राइट्स के लिए बात करने वाले लोग भी आपको दुश्मन दिखाई देंगे. वो भी आपको एंटी हिंदू, एंटी नेशनल दिखाई देंगे. किसी भी तरह की जस्टिस, किसी भी तरह की न्याय की मांग करने वाले लोगों को बड़ी आसानी से आप दुश्मन बना सकते हैं, और फिर आपको अपनी एक लार्जर आइडेंटिटी खड़ा करना आसान दिखाई देता है. यू ऑल्सो फेस द सेम.
Yeah. So I get all sorts of comments that, oh, you're talking against Hinduism. तुम्हारे पापा तो कोई मौलाना होंगे, ऐसा मौलवी के बेटे हो ऐसे. So that sometimes they also call me rice bag convert for some reason, or I'm a missionary, Vatican funded something. Like I don't get it. Like sometimes they say I'm a Muslim, sometimes they say I'm a Christian, sometimes they say
But
Bhimsa is.
have you realized that their understanding of Dalits, there are many sections in terms of your language, in terms of your talks, जिनके बेसिस पे लगता है कि yes, आप उनके खांचे में फिट बैठते हैं. But at the same time, the kind of language you use, the flow of English you have, your appearances, your background, you're coming from IIM, it unsettles them.
Yeah.
It unsettles them because that is not a typical Dalit in their mind. How do you handle that and what kind of comments do you get? Because it's like मेरे बहुत सारे दोस्त हैं जो मसलन बिहार से आते हैं और उन्हें अक्सर ये सुनने को मिलता है कि यार तुम तो बिहारी नहीं लगते हो. मैं हिंदी पढ़ाता हूँ और चूंकि मेरे पास एक बैकग्राउंड है और मैं एक पर्टिकुलर तरीके की भाषा का इस्तेमाल कर सकता हूँ, मुझे अक्सर ये कॉम्प्लीमेंट दिया जाता है कि तुम तो हिंदी वाले नहीं दिखाई देते हो. In the same context, आप भी दलित नहीं दिखाई देते हो. Isn't
That
it?
thing happened with me in the police station.
In the police station?
Yeah.
Tell us more about it.
So when my page was suspended and castless सब ये जा रहे थे, तो we went to the police station to file कि castless है ऐसे atrocities act. And he said SC atrocities act. आपको पता है क्या होता है? Like I was like yeah, I mean आप वो हो आप तो ऐसे लगते नहीं हो. आजकल कौन दलित होता है? आप तो पढ़े लिखे हो, कपड़े वपड़े ठीक है आपके. I don't know what he expects. मैं फटे कपड़े पहन के जाऊं क्या वहां पे? So not only that, it also happens in a lot of, जैसे आपने बोला था dating perspective में, जितने sapiosexual this हमें ऐसा लड़का पसंद है वैसा लड़का पसंद है, that all diversity is one side, but the caste thing, that you can be as smart as possible, as well spoken as possible, anything as possible, but the moment they know that you are from SC/ST background or something, that उनका face का expression change हो जाता है.
Right.
And in some candid conversations, the girl tells me that, look, you're nice and all, but घर वाले नहीं मानेंगे, so there's no point. There's no point to it. There was one girl in one of the experiences she was telling, घर वाले general fine, OBC चलेगा, accept कर लेंगे, SC/ST ना, that's too much.
Right. मैं जिस कॉलेज में पढ़ाता हूँ, हमारे यहाँ काफ़ी सारे बच्चे जो हैं वो अल्पसंख्यक समुदाय से आते हैं, माइनॉरिटीज से आते हैं. एंड माइनॉरिटीज पर बातचीत करते समय आई रियलाइज दे आल्सो फेस द सेम कि ये लगातार होता है. व्हाट्स योर टेक दिस? ये जो अल्पसंख्यक है, माइनॉरिटीज हैं, ये इस समय एक लार्जर हिंदू नैरेटिव में जो हिंदुत्व नैरेटिव खड़ा हो रहा है उसके अगेंस्ट एक दुश्मन की तरह दिखाई देते हैं. दे आर बीइंग यूज्ड अ लॉट इन द सेंस. Do you believe that it is time when the other marginalized section, for example, the Dalits, they should have collaboration with the minorities to understand that they face similar, if not the same, marginalization?
I think from a lot of the Dalit point of view, our history, our own history में हमें ज़्यादा education नहीं मिलता है. And even from our parents, I think वो they're slowly generation after generation we are forgetting what happened. And not too long ago, when Dr. Ambedkar was fighting for the Hindu Code Bill, ये RSS वालों ने, when Dr. Ambedkar was alive, वो शव यात्रा निकाला था. They did not accept. And now they're pretending as if they're the best friends of Dalits.
Right.
This and that. So one thing we'll have to realize that this whole Hindu bhaichara, Hindu unity में, we are not the mainstream part. The Brahmin leader or the Rajput leader can tell us कि आप हमारे भाई हो, हमारे ये हो, but the moment उसकी बेटी को आपसे प्यार हो जाएगा, वो आपको काटने आ जाएगा. They'll never accept that. हाँ. तो ये हिंदू भाईचारा जो दिखाते हैं, it is good for the Brahmins and the Rajputs and the Kayasths to have it. And जितने जो दलित and आदिवासी communities के हैं, they are mostly used as foot soldiers for their business. कि यहाँ तोड़ फोड़ मचाना है, it will mostly be our people from marginalized communities who will be pushed into that. But in terms of acceptance into the mainstream, वो नहीं मिलने वाला. And the biggest example I give of that, when I want to make a Dalit Hindu so to understand, कि will that guy accept if you fall in love with his daughter? And the answer is always no, resounding no. जितने भी वो कट्टर हिंदू सब एक हैं, फिर they also tell us it is based on your कर्म and गुण. हाँ, हम जितना भी उनको, the final question I ask is, would you allow your sister or your daughter to marry into a Dalit or an Adivasi family? The answer is always no. So that itself shows the Hindu unity is a moh maya. It doesn't really exist. It only
ये जो सारा का सारा क्षेत्र है, इसमें नफरत का एक कारण रिजर्वेशन भी रहता है, या कम से कम रिजर्वेशन एक टूल की तरह आता है जब आपको लगातार अलग अलग जगह पे दिखाया जाएगा कि नहीं देखिए बाकी सब चीजें सही हैं, बट अब तो हमारे पास कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इक्वलिटी की बात करता है, इक्विटी की बात करता है, और ऐसे में आप रिजर्वेशन एंड देन हम लोगों को एक के बाद एक हम रट गए हैं अब जो डायलॉग्स, जो तर्क वहां दिए जाते हैं। तो मैं उन तर्कों की चीरफाड़ करने के लिए आपसे नहीं कहूंगा, लेकिन मैं ये समझने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि इस रिजर्वेशन पे जो आर्गुमेंट दिए जाते हैं उसे काउंटर करने के लिए अगर हम टोटल डाटा को देखें तो हमें ये समझ में आता है कि देश में जितनी नौकरियां पैदा होती है, अगर आप देखें तो अधिकतर तो अनऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर, उसकी नौकरियों में कोई रिजर्वेशन नहीं है, प्राइवेट सेक्टर में कोई रिजर्वेशन नहीं है, आप इवन पब्लिक एम्प्लॉयमेंट के सर्टेन सेक्शन है जिसमें कोई रिजर्वेशन नहीं है। वी डिड अ नंबर क्रंचिंग और समझ में आता है कि देश के पूरे रोजगार में एम्प्लॉयमेंट में जो रिजर्वेशन है दैट इज अराउंड 4% इफ यू टेक द एंटायर, और उसके बाद कितना है। क्या आपको लगता है कि ये जो रिजर्वेशन पर जो नफरत है, इसकी वजह क्या है? क्या ये एंटाइटलमेंट है कि ये सारा हमारा ही था जो हमसे छीना जा रहा है, द अपर कास्ट इज इन दैट कॉन्टेक्स्ट, या it is something just a tool to do the bashing?
From at least the audience I talked to, at least before I started my pitch, तो IIM वाले हैं जिनको मैं समझता हूँ they are considered the पढ़े लिखे लोग of the country, the elite. Even in them, their understanding towards why reservation exists is very very base level. It is like हाँ वो ये कुछ communities थे जो backward हो गए थे, economically poor थे, तो उनको include करने के लिए. In even for them in their understanding, the baseline is economic inequality.
Right.
उनका understanding उससे आगे नहीं बढ़ा है. I think the core problem here is the way we teach our history. If you look at, for example, say Nazi Germany. In Germany, they teach you that the Holocaust हुआ था, Jews को हमें ऐसे treat किया हुआ था, and now in our history हम प्रायश्चित करेंगे उसका. And even I wouldn't say America is the perfect example, but even in American textbooks, the way they teach slavery, उसमें chapters हैं बड़े-बड़े, when they explain in detail what happened, why it is wrong, and कैसे इनको dehumanize किया गया था, exclude किया गया था. And when that is taught from a young age, and people understand that ठीक है, even if we have diversity, equity, inclusion, and reparations, it makes sense because इनके साथ बुरा हुआ है. Whereas Indian education system primarily fails.
Huge denial.
fails.
They'll not even talk about it.
First they will say वो वर्ण सिस्टम था जो ऑक्यूपेशन पे बेस्ड था, कास्ट कुछ था ही नहीं. एंड देन कास्ट के बाद आता है तो कहते हैं तो ब्रिटिशर्स लोगों ने उसको स्ट्रॉन्ग कर दिया था. एंड देन वो कहते हैं जो वी हैव सम रिकॉर्ड्स, शूद्रस को तो पढ़ाया जाता था, ऐसा नहीं कि उनको एक्सक्लूड किया जाता था. एंड देन अनटचेबिलिटी इन टेक्स्ट बुक्स इज 1 line, maybe 2 lines. But this is the history of 30 to 50% of the population of India, which is relegated to 1 line, 2 line. तो इनको वो सिस्टम नहीं समझ में आता है. So they don't take it seriously. But when reservation की बात आती है, it is something which directly impacts. कि वो उनको लगता है मेरा कट ऑफ तो इतना हाई है, इनके लिए तो कम कट ऑफ में हो गया. एंड वो कहते हैं आपका तो कट ऑफ इतना लो है, 0 है, फिर भी सीट्स वेकेंट जा रहे हैं. तो आपका सवाल में ही जवाब है ना. नहीं, इसमें क्या
हम लोग बार बार क्लासरूम में सवाल को उठाते हैं कि अगर रिजर्व सेक्शन और सामान्य जिसे अनरिजर्व कहते हैं उनके बीच में, उनकी परफॉर्मेंस के बीच में जितना ज्यादा डिफरेंस दिखाई देगा, उतना जब बड़ा सवाल हमारे समाज पर और हमारी शिक्षा व्यवस्था पर है कि एक ही क्लास में या एक ही तरह के लोगों की परफॉर्मेंस इतनी कम है तो उसके पीछे कौन से फैक्टर्स हैं. ये फैक्टर्स ऐतिहासिक भी हैं, लेकिन ऐतिहासिक के साथ साथ ये फैक्टर्स कल्चरल कैपिटल के भी होंगे. ये इस बात के भी होंगे कि आपके पिताजी क्या करते हैं, आपके रिश्तेदार कौन है, आपको पढ़ते समय शर्मिंदगी तो नहीं, क्योंकि हमारे पास ऐसे विद्यार्थी हैं. हमने कॉर्पोरेट्स में देखा, अभी हाल फिलहाल में एक एयरलाइन का एग्जाम्पल हम लोगों ने देखा जिसमें एयरलाइन के पायलट से ये कहा गया कि तुम्हें जाके तो दरअसल टॉयलेट साफ करना चाहिए था, क्योंकि वो एक
बिगेस्ट मिथ दे टेल अस इज प्राइवेट सेक्टर में तो पूरा मेरिट होता है, स्किल्स होता है. दैट्स द मोस्ट बुलशिट. वहां पे नेटवर्क्स देखा जाता है, किसका आपका रिकमेंडेशन है, रेफरेंस है. दैट्स हाउ हायरिंग हैपेंस. एंड इवन द अपर एशेलॉन्स, आई वाज वर्किंग विद कोटक. उदय कोटक इज द ओनर, हिज सन He's in a very top position. His nephews are in top positions. वो थोड़ा merit से गए हैं वहाँ. There's all family business at some point, right? No one would say Anant Ambani is where he is because of his merit. That only happens in private sector. But then they have this understanding कि private sector तो merit में होता है, skills पे होता है, but it's not like that. And that is why I even talk कि reservation in principle should be extended to the private sector as well. And I would go as far as to say even in places like the Indian cricket team. For example, South African cricket team has reservation and they're doing pretty well. कोई तो performance में कोई issue नहीं आया. So why not in countries like India? Because in terms of numbers, SC, ST, OBC, more than 70-80% of population. In every caste census we have seen, general category, what, 12%, 15% maximum. Yet in terms of wealth control, influence, media narrative, everything, सब कुछ उनका है.
ये मीडिया नैरेटिव को जरा समझने की कोशिश करते हैं कि क्यों हमारे पास एक मीडिया जो कि जिसमें तमाम भाषाओं का मीडिया शामिल है, उसका नैरेटिव इतना ब्राह्मणिकल क्यों होता है. मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया में भी दिखाई देता है, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली मेरी तो समझ ये कहती है कि इवन सोशल मीडिया में भी जो मेजर नैरेटिव है वह ब्राह्मणिकल अपने कैरेक्टर में है. व्हाट इज योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, व्हाई इज इट सो?
The Brahmanical system, the way it indoctrinates our people, OBC, SC, ST, is that the closer we are to Brahmanical, the more aspirational we become.
Yes.
We ourselves aspire to be in a certain way. And this coming from myself also, when I was younger and I was going to college and all, I tried to look a very certain way. I tried to speak a certain way. I tried to make my accent a certain way.
The entire sense,
and then I
idea of Sanskritization is the
exactly.
same. कि you try and ape the people which socially considered higher than you, and the logical corollary is you look down at the people
exactly
you consider are lower than you. And हमारे यहाँ हिंदी साहित्य में हजारी प्रसाद द्विवेदी ने एक बहुत शानदार बात की कि जाति व्यवस्था की खास बात ये है कि इसमें छोटी से छोटी कही जाने वाली जाति अपने से छोटी जाति खोज निकालती है और उसके बाद कहती है कि हम तो इनसे ऊपर हैं. And this order itself is Brahmanical. It's not just about the Brahmins are Brahmanical. The entire order is Brahmanical. And it works in such a way that you, rather than eliminating it, you aspire to be people who are considered higher than you. उन जैसा बनने की कोशिश आप करते हैं. And it is reflected everywhere. But how does it affect the narratives? कैसे ये जो हमारे समाज में, हमारे मीडिया में जो बातचीत चलती है, उसे ब्राह्मणिकल बनाने में क्या भूमिका अदा करता है?
Two things. One, I would say we ourselves are so Brahmanized that when certain person who we aspire to be like, they say a certain thing, we listen to it more. For example, if I say I'm an SC creator, ST creator, I say a certain thing, मुझे उतना reach नहीं मिलेगा. If say a Savarna person who is well known, they say the same thing, caste बुरा है, viral by tomorrow.
Right.
हाँ, because when they
this is interesting because मेरा अपना अनुभव ये बताता है कि जब मैं क्लासरूम में, चूंकि मैं तकनीकी तौर पर अनरिजर्व कैटेगरी से आता हूँ, जब मैं जाति को पढ़ाता हूँ तो मेरी बात का प्रभाव उन शिक्षकों की तुलना में ज्यादा होता है जो जाति से आते हैं, जो आश्चर्यजनक है. एंड आई हैव सीन इट ऑन वीडियोस, I've seen it on real shorts, entire social media thing, and I've seen it in events also. When I talk against caste, उसको ज्यादा ऑथेंटिक मान लिया जाएगा, जबकि इसका ठीक विपरीत होना चाहिए. जो लिव्ड एक्सपीरियंस के साथ चीजों को बोल रहा है, उसकी बात का प्रभाव ज्यादा होना चाहिए था. Do you believe the idea of attention, because the entire economy of social media is attention economy, the idea of attention has its caste.
As
its caste.
In a way, because forget हम लोग जो academic content बनाते हैं, that is again a very small portion. जो mainstream content है, लोग foreign trips में जा रहे हैं, they're doing very cool things, driving cool cars and everything. All of these creators are from a certain background.
Exactly.
They're basically.
In fact, हम लोगों ने इस पर बाकायदा काम किया मेरी टीम ने, और हमने डाटा निकालने की कोशिश की. And it was surprising कि सबसे ज्यादा कमाने वाले क्रिएटर, सबसे ज्यादा प्रभावशाली इन्फ्लुएंसर वे लगभग सारे के सारे प्रिविलेज्ड सेक्शन से आ रहे हैं. और ये मामला केवल उनकी अपनी कैटेगरी का नहीं है, इस वजह से उनके कंटेंट का चरित्र, उनके कंटेंट का कैरेक्टर इज ऑल्सो दैट.
And on the flip side, on TikTok, we had people from villages, from marginalized communities who used to make their own kind of entertainment content. बट वो कंटेंट को द मेन स्ट्रीम गेज उसको किस तरह से देखा कि ये तो
creepy है this
द वर्ड दे यूज, आई मीन इट्स अ कास्ट, छपरी कंटेंट बोला
छपरी
जाता है.
content.
हाँ, तो उसको बहुत ही आउटसाइड किया जाता है. एंड एनीवन इन द मेन स्ट्रीम, जब when they want to put that creator down, they say ये तो छपरी कंटेंट बनाता है. Become the cast slur is again revitalized there. So again, the aspirate what we aspire to be, because when media, movies, songs, everything is so savarna dominant that most of our people aspire to be closer to that. And जब तक वो thing रहेगा, this kind of we will feel inferior. And I think a solution to that would be having our own role models, our own movies, our own actors, and whatever's big or small. Say Manjit Sarkar is there; he's a comedian, huh? And we have certain singers, certain I think Parajit is a director. We need more of these people, and we need to amplify these people to the mainstream, so that our own people
Are there
have a
any
reference.
efforts to network these people together? The kind of organized understanding of these issues in this sphere?
In our own sphere, our people जितने भी इसमें करने का ट्राई कर रहे हैं, they are very supportive. हाँ, at least we are so few of us. Even if we come from very different backgrounds, कोई साउथ से है, कोई महाराष्ट्र से, कोई नॉर्थ से, we still support each other. हाँ, on some issues we might not agree. Someone would be a Buddhist,
that is
someone would be something else.
understandable.
But then fundamentally we do cooperate. That much I have seen. This unity है. But the thing is, even us collectively also, we are not that influential.
That is sure.
We
But
don't.
then, thankfully, you mentioned it.
Huh.
You're coming from South, right? And the slurs and the caste slurs and the hate you're getting is predominantly from North. So how do you handle this? I mean, do you believe that you're coming from South has helped you in this sphere or has gone against you?
The thing is, on my online content creation, I started off in English, not in Hindi, because when I consume content, जब मैं starting में content, I learned Hindi very recently. इंदौर जाने के बाद मैंने हिंदी सीखा. हाँ, उसके पहले my Hindi was very broken. And हिंदी बोलना तो मुश्किल था, और हिंदी content सुन के समझ के उसको consume करना was even difficult. So I wanted to make sure even people from the South could understand. So I made it in English and I included subtitles, so हिंदी वाले भी समझ सकते हैं. So that helped me to cater to the South Valley audience. However, when I talked in English, and maybe because of my appearance, a lot of people in the beginning assume कि upper caste वाला है, ये सावरना है, बस बोल रहा है ऐसे. And I got few accusations कि he's faking his identity just to get clout. ये caste के बारे में बोल के अपना career बनाना चाहता है, things of that sort. It went so bad I had to one day show my this also.
Caste certificate.
हाँ, it was that bad.
I would like to have that clip.
It was extreme. But coming back, the hate I started getting got exponentially higher after I started making content in Hindi.
Hindi.
Hindi has a wide reach, but it also reaches that kind of audience who would, and funnily enough, Hindi में content start करने के 2 हफ्ते बाद मेरा account suspend हुआ. उससे पहले hate मिलता था, but not to this level. So now we have again moderated.
ये जो नफरती चिंटू बिरादरी है वो हिंदी में कुछ ज्यादा सक्रिय है. It's more active in Hindi.
I think when you speak in English, it's for them, okay, intellectual talk, whatever. But when I explain it in Hindi and I talk to them as I'm like talking to a friend कि देखो ऐसा है वैसा है, हम जाति पे प्राइड करते हुए गलत है ऐसे, वो चुभता है उनको थोड़ा. The language, the way you speak in Hindi and the way it feels to you is much different from someone explaining it in English. I think that is what caused.
The online hate is, I mean, it's not, we cannot condone it, but yes, online hate is understandable. Do you believe that it can be a physical threat? It can be something that you should be worried about?
I have been identified in public a few times, but always been positive. Only people asking for a selfie, of like that. Hate as such in person हुआ नहीं है. There have been certain threats. वो I am इंदौर पे आ गए थे, बोल रहे थे तुम्हें ये कर लेंगे, not knowing that I graduated years ago. But no, I mean, thankfully as of now nothing has happened.
अब तक तो हम वो बातचीत कर रहे थे जिसमें हम more or less सहमत थे एक दूसरे से. Let's talk a few things which we may not agree about. One of the biggest critique of the identity communication in terms of caste, वे लोग जो कि कास्ट पर बातचीत करते हैं, उनका एक बड़ा क्रिटिक ये होता है कि while they are very sensitive about the caste atrocities and obviously the justice in terms of caste, वे अन्य injustices को लेकर लगभग वैसे ही बिहेव करते हैं जैसे कि दूसरे लोग बिहेव करते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन टर्म्स ऑफ जेंडर, when it comes to the caste justice, you are all for it. But when it is asked कि भाई within caste there should be a gender justice, you start आप उतना वोकल नहीं रह जाते और आप कहते हैं कि उसके बारे में बाद में बात करेंगे. What's your understanding about the patriarchy and the Brahminical character of patriarchy, one, and second, do you believe that within this caste communication domain, we need to be more sensitive on other identities other than caste?
So when we look at our own lineage, we come from the ideology of.
I'll just to substantiate, I'll just point out one thing which I noted down, but I didn't interrupted you. When you were talking about, say, अपनी बहन से शादी करने देगा कि नहीं, अपनी you're getting what I'm saying, अपनी बहन से या अपनी बेटी से, you understand that there is a patriarchal notion involved, right? Do you believe that it's more prevalent than just one example?
See, in India, Brahmanism and patriarchy are two sides of the same coin. The reason is, one of the defining features of the caste system is caste endogamy. अपने ही caste में शादी करना है. हमारी बेटी दूसरे caste में शादी करेगी तो blood mix हो जाएगा, तो purity नहीं रहेगा.
The entire purity and evolution thing.
Yeah, and the reason we have the patriarchal restrictions कि लड़की उस time के बाद बाहर नहीं जाना चाहिए and all that, one of the core reasons is that
कि कहीं और किसी से relationship ना बना ले.
दूसरे caste के. Even I've seen a lot of my Brahmin friends talking openly. हाँ, love marriage हो सकता है, Brahmin होना चाहिए, गोत्र अलग होना चाहिए, obviously. हाँ. Those conversations, even in IIMs happen. It's very open. Even Marwadis.
No, not just IIM. I've seen that such things happening in Labasna, the IS thing. So it's there in every activity.
Yeah. So patriarchy in India and Brahminism are very interlinked. And Dr. Ambedkar himself, he was the progenitor of the Hindu Code Bill. And उन्होंने कभी ये नहीं बोला कि दलितों के लिए लड़के में this. He went for all sections of society. So coming from that ideology, it is paramount. Every Ambedkarite should be a feminist. Every feminist should be an Ambedkarite. ये दोनों intersectional मुद्दे हैं. You cannot separate one from the other. And the reason a lot of Dalit creators feel कि जो feminist topic with the kind of heat we get is that, for example, for example, any gender violence happens where the victim happens to be from a marginalized caste, we often point out, देखो, the most marginalized women in Indian society are from a certain caste background. And whenever we point it out, a lot of hate comments are like, why are you bringing caste into this? And in many times, the people saying that why are you bringing caste into this are also someone who identify as feminists. And also,
so you're giving this critique, which is very prevalent critique in the academia, that the feminism in India is basically Savarna feminism.
Exactly.
You agree with that?
In online sphere, I've seen a few feminist creators, bigger ones now, they are big. They are caste conscious, thankfully. But they are still, I wouldn't like to name names. But देखिए, जैसे some incident happened where a celebrity dating coach का breakup हुआ था, I think Wizard Liz or something. हाँ, and the same week we had a Dalit woman get gang raped. वो Wizard Liz वाले इस पे इतना outrage हुआ था, इतना सब कुछ हुआ था. All these big feminist creators are talking about it. But when we expect them, if patriarchy हर वीडियो में कह रहे हो, पर Brahminical patriarchy बोलने में क्या दिक्कत है इनको? I don't see them mentioning Brahminical patriarchy even. They talk about patriarchy in every video. And their understanding becomes very one-dimensional. And even when one-dimensional, as in it's gender only. They don't look at caste. And when we say, okay, intersectionality jo hai, it is for all identities. But wahan pe what Indian feminists understand by I wouldn't say all of them, but a large chunk of them, when they try to understand intersectionality, for them, वो LGBT Muslims तक ही होता है, गाजा तक जा सकता है, but Dalits तक नहीं आता.
Right.
For them, caste identity, for them, these two things, they look at these things very disconnected. For them, Dr. Ambedkar and all, वो Indian ये है, वो उतना cool नहीं है. But when they talk about LGBT, this and also Western, it's it's वो Western gaze से आ रहा है, तो that is more aspirational to talk
but
about.
the similar, even in the West, for example, with the black feminism, raised the similar kind of arguments against the white feminism at that time. Do you believe that there are a lot more similarities between the racism of for example, say US and the casteism
Absolutely.
as prevalent in India?
Absolutely. A lot of the same talking points come up in other thing. And one more thing about the whole Indian Savarna feminism is that even the IIMs I have seen girls who are very pro diversity quota for women, which is अच्छा है. We have excluded women, we should give them preference while hiring. But when we have the same conversation that why not have caste diversity, they're like नहीं ये तो politics ला रहे हो उसमें.
Even within the diversity in favor of women, talking about Dalit women will not be very
even
comfortable.
जो diversity hiring होता है females का जितनी companies में होता है, and even some companies are even doing LGBT hiring also India में, which is great, very progressive. In IIMs that happens, but it's always they pick the Savarnas only ना. ये Dalit women कहाँ है फिर उनके लिए? हाँ, तो that's the thing. The caste aspect हमें when we ask them कि why not caste, हाँ, they give this caste blind answer कि नहीं it's too sensitive of a topic.
Okay, Lakshay, this was all about content. But there is also something communication. You had been a debater, you have been communicating, you are a creator. Do you believe that हम लोगों को जो भाषा विकसित करनी चाहिए थी इन इश्यूज पर बात करने की, शायद हम उस पैमाने पर नहीं कर पाए? फॉर एग्जाम्पल हम लोग जब कास्ट पे बात करते हैं तो हमेशा हम पर यह आरोप लगाया जाता है कि वाई डू यू टॉक दिस बिटर ऑलवेज, कि आप लोग इतना आक्रोशित क्यों रहते हैं, ये क्यों पॉसिबल नहीं है कि इसमें फॉर एग्जाम्पल वाई कांट वी हैव दलित कॉमेडियंस टॉकिंग, से फॉर एग्जाम्पल ह्यूमर in this, and the language, can language be a little better? Better means different, not better. क्या वजह है? हालांकि हमारे यहाँ दलित साहित्य पे बातचीत होते समय इस बात पर लंबी बहस हुई और कहा गया कि नहीं, दलित साहित्य तो इसी भाषा में ही लिखा जाना चाहिए जिसमें ये आक्रोश होना चाहिए, जिसमें एक तरह का नफरत तो नहीं लेकिन एक किस्म का एग्रेसिवनेस दिखाई देगी, और चूंकि वे उन्होंने लगातार सहा है तो पीड़ा भी दिखाई देगी, शोषण दिखाई देगा. दैट पॉइंट टेकन. बट डू यू बिलीव कि हम लोग क्रिएटर्स जब बात करते हैं, इन्फ्लुएंसर्स जब बात करते हैं, तब हम वो शैली, वो स्टाइल और वह फॉर्म डेवलप करने में अभी उतने सफल नहीं हुए हैं कि हमारी बात ज़्यादा दूर तक पहुंचे, एंड वी एंड अप फॉलोइंग द सिमिलर पैटर्न, सिमिलर फॉर्मेट which the creators of other niche are using? Do you believe that we need to have a niche specific style and communication method?
No, I would say, at least from my perspective, when we are trying to communicate this caste thing, we not only want people from our community to understand, we would ideally want even some would say oppressor caste this to also understand that look, ये system में आप भी हो, even you might not be a Brahmin or Kshatriya, but even if you are in a sense OBC में भी आते हो, it does affect you in many ways.
Do you believe, I mean, of late I've stopped trying it. Do you believe that the oppressor will ever leave the privileges? I mean, even if he or she is able to understand that yes, this is wrong, but there are privileges to be shared. आप अपने privileges को छोड़ने के लिए राजी होंगे क्या?
The easiest way I would put this is I had a very similar conversation with a friend, and that person was from America, and I was trying to help them understand caste system, and they're like, oh, it's like black and white,
right?
हाँ. And I'm like, no, वो तो simple है, बस दो है, हाँ, और lot of Marxists also, bourgeoisie, proletariat दो है. यहाँ पे वैसा नहीं है, यहाँ पे तो layer पे layer है. So someone say OBC is in the like Shudra category. For example, Yadav community हो गया. Yadav community is again in a lot of instances they are oppressive towards Dalits, right. But then उनको ही अंदर, जैसे recently we have seen the Kathavachak का thing, the Brahmins don't treat them well, and even they call themselves हम यदुवंशी, हम क्षत्रिय हैं. जो real क्षत्रिय होते हैं उनको क्षत्रिय मानते ही नहीं है. हाँ, so कब तक ये गेम खेलोगे कि नहीं हम इनसे ऊपर है बट उनसे नीचे, we want to be part of that. The moment they realize that I'll never be part of the elite, that will click and come out. So we'll have to make them realize this system and your position is precarious. Because OBCs are the large chunk of population. जिनमें caste consciousness is what is to be bought into. And they are also the voter base of the Hindutva major.
But then coming back to this communication thing, do you believe this idea of aggression and the just aggression and little bit of satirical taunts, will that be sufficient, or we need to have more in the communication than these things?
From my perspective, every time I've been aggressive or every time I've been more satirical, people have said, "Ye to what trashy ho gaya." Like people won't be so receptive. So my father told me, be level-headed, calmly explain, jo bhi serious topic hai, calmly explain, and being calm and sticking to the point. The other person might be shouting at me, the other person might be writing, तुमको toilet साफ करना चाहिए ऐसा हो, but your response should be level-headed. Because if you look at Dr. Ambedkar, the way he dealt with things, उनको तो death threats मिल रहे थे, सब कुछ, the whole world was against him. He was isolated, but he never went full on aggressive कि मैं किसी से ये नहीं करूँगा, ये कर. It's very level-headed. The moment you're level-headed, your control, see, respond करना, किसी से aggressively respond करना, is like, I would say personally, it's a sense of weakness. Once you remain level-headed, you stick to your point, you say it in the most concise this way possible, and only speak what you're supposed to speak. Don't go out of your way to call this person name, that person attack. No. Stick to your point, and that is how you will reach most people. Because if people see कि एक बंदा है पूरा चिल्ला रहा है, इसको ऐसा बोल रहा है, but the other person is level-headed, he's only sticking to the point, sticking to the facts, sticking to logic, your credibility, it helps a lot.
Good. So these are the things I wanted to talk about. Is there anything you want me to talk about?
I would, at least the audience hearing out to me, I would say that आप जितना history जानते हो, you and जितना media consume करते हो, this all comes from a certain perspective, certain caste perspective, especially history. The moment you realize the caste system का history, I would say it is one of the most oppressive systems in the world, especially historically. And the way we take the Holocaust seriously, the way we take the slave trade in the West seriously, we should also take the caste system in India seriously. It is that much serious of a topic, and it's not like वो खत्म हो गया है. अभी भी उसके effect society में to this day are very real. It is obviously transformed and modernized, but we need to bring more awareness into this. I think you're doing a great job. I'm also talking about the same. I think,
but Lakshay, going forward, I mean, you have worked with this political consultancy in the past, and whether you agree or not, what you're doing is politics. I mean, our content is political, right? We cannot look down at politics that way. Do you believe that that is the way forward for you?
Two things I would say with regards to politics. One, if you look at it from a political perspective, we, in terms of wanting for equality and all, we fall towards the left. And it is absolutely making sense for us to build bridges with the Muslim community, other minorities, LGBT minorities, इनके साथ, because more or less they're facing the effects of the same system. That is one. On the other end, we should also be more pragmatic. If tomorrow we can pressurize the ruling party, be it BJP, be it whatever, to get certain concessions which will be helpful for the community, we should not be like, नहीं, हम तो पूरा ही आपको cancel कर रहे हैं, हम आपके साथ नहीं रहेंगे. Because we have to remember that Manivar Kanshiram did make a coalition with BJP. So, one sense, pragmatism should be there. We should not entirely cancel out people, because I've seen a lot of people, they'll be like, okay, this, for example, Athawale hai, jo member of parliament hai. You might not agree with his politics, but unke level mein, maybe he's trying his best to help the community. So even people from our community might not be perfect politically, might sometimes be aligned with BJP, but if in their way they're doing something better, we should not entirely cancel them out, be more pragmatic in that approach. So I think
that is going to be the way forward for Lakshay, is the question.
Right.
Do you believe that you'll be in politics tomorrow?
Right now, I don't think I have the means to be in politics. It's a very expensive business in India. You need to have a lot of connections and all. I don't think I have that kind of social capital. My goal is to reach as many people as possible. Right now, I'm planning to go to as many colleges as possible, talk to people, get to... My inspiration of why I started this, in a very crude sense, was this guy called Jay Sai Deepak. वो हर कॉलेज में जाके कुछ भी बोल के आ जाता था, but he was so confident in what he was saying, and he was convincing so many young people. I have seen people in IIM get so inspired and radicalized by his thoughts. And I thought, अगर वो ऐसे कर सकता है, I can speak as better English than him, and I can speak with facts. If he is going to people and saying Hindus खतरे में है, वे सब खतरे में है, and making people realize that Hindu खतरे में है, I can talk about real issues and tell the marginalized communities that, look, तुम actually में खतरे में थे always. So at least that's the way I look forward, that I want to create more. It will be political. Obviously, things which we'll be talking about. I think
You
everything-
mentioned how people can get influenced easily by certain speakers. Especially Babas, if you look around. I mean, आप एक के बाद एक ऐसे बाबाओं को खड़े होते हुए देख रहे हैं और as a communication teacher and a student, I'm sure you'll agree, they're not the best communicator either. But still, their impact, they are able to influence, they are able to brainwash so many people.
I would say two things, Isme. One, we'll have to get back to the Marxist idea of religion is the opium of the masses. What Marx meant by opium of the masses was like when you're hurt and you want something to numb the pain, that is what religion does. So when we look at the audience going to these Babas, most of the time,
Suffering, actually.
yeah, the suffering, very marginalized communities से आते हैं, very interior villages से आते हैं, yeah, very little hope in life. Their family life is chaotic, personal life is chaotic, mental health is chaotic. And when they go to these Babas, the kind of questions they ask are जो therapy में चीजें लोग पूछते हैं, मेरी बेटी मेरे से बात नहीं कर रही है, मेरा बेटा छोड़ के चला गया. These people have real problems and they're not getting any outlet. They're not getting any support system, help system. So they end up going to these Babas. So we'll have to cater to that need. It's not by rationalism we'll go and debate the Baba and वो Baba गायब हो जाएगा. I think we are hitting the wrong target there. We'll have to deal with the underlying problems which the masses have.
Right, Lakshay, it was wonderful talking to you, and there was many areas we were able to discuss. Still, there are many areas which are still left, but I would just want to say thank you on behalf of the entire PSD team for accepting our offer and accepting our invite. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Pleasure.